Oh shit, I fell asleep. God damn, boy. A big ass sleep out there. God damn, it's cold up in this bitch. Oh, I got debated. This shit's alcoholic free. Son of a bitch. I got debated. That's a nani incarnate. What the hell? Alright, let's get this show started, shall we? Did I see that through tweets? I wonder. That'd be really nice to kind of have. Oh, yes, it is working. Excellent, excellent. I like that. I like the fact that this is still working. Nice. YouTube's live, right? Thank God. Yeah, I just can't see every so often on the stream, so I gotta make sure that shit's all loaded up and ready. What up, Dan? It's FGO. Is it news time? It's not news time, but it is going to be semi-spoiling Ordeal Call 2. You know what I'm saying? Ordeal Call 2 spoiler times, you see. You're gonna be quite baffled, I tell you. So how's Dan? You ready? God damn. Yeah, unfortunately, this shit's trash. I ain't gonna lie. Bots, I swear to God. Too many bots are all around, Dan. I don't know why. OC poster servant coming soon near you. Definitely be the case. Yeah, for sure. I want to talk about it straight up, but I totally forgot where I fucking put all my things. So I'm fucked. Well, my good friend. I can't remember where I put my things, you see. Silly old Trubs can't remember because the worms that's inside of him is slowly taking over. Is this it? Alright. There we go. Gotta bust out my Twitter. Well, I gotta bust out my Twitter profile, right? Because all my profiles are wholesome. Very wholesome. You already know. What the hell just happened? Oh god, can I not turn that shit off? Hey, let's turn this off, shall we? Off. There we go. Is there a way to turn off? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Hell divers. Alright, good. Dude, I just drank Heineken alcohol beer. Alcoholic free premium beer. I got debated. I bought 6 random I think I bought 6 random beers for the price of $10. And one of them was a dud. Feels bad, but that feels when one of the drinks that you had is just pure dud. Sounds like a scam. Well, it was in a markdown section, right? And you couldn't open it to see what the hell was in there. So it is what it is. They got me good. But the rest of them, right? The rest of them is perfectly fine. They are not scams. We're good. We're good. Has Nasu updated his fucking diary? Besides the Valentine's Day? Yeah. Oh! Interesting. Weird. But yeah, Dan. How's things be? Welcome, welcome. Can you see? Oh shit! Whew. Okay, we're good. We're good. We got a lot of things to talk about, which I am excited for, and I am very hyped for. Why am I hyped for it? You already know, baby! If you don't know, Ordeal Call 2 came out. Can you guys see this? I'm like attempting to fix this shit so you guys can see it. Well, I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's this shit be working. Alright, there we go. Yeah, you guys can see it. So there's a couple of shit that I definitely need to talk about for sure. Like, there's a live stream that's coming in very soon. There's the March item shenanigans. Did they announce? They didn't announce it here, did they? They announced it at the... Oh shit, I gotta go to actual, like, FGO. Where is FGO? Oh, God bless. There's FGO. Like, I think a couple days ago, they busted out a live stream website besides that one. That should be about... right here. There we go. JP, fake Grand Order stage. Stage. There we go. Alright, let me read the latest. Damn! Fucking Beecher's malicious intrusive thought one. Kick W. Do not sell or share my personalized information, please. Strictly necessary cookies are always active, but sell or share personal information? Yeah, let's not do that, shall we? Big breach. And then look at all the fucking ticket. Bro, what the fuck is this shit? That's crazy. Is that how the ticket gets done? Wonderful. Staged lottery, by the way. In order for you to get a fat first ticket, staged lottery. BT dubs. It's crazy. They're just like, hey, you want a gotcha for your tickets, brothers? If you want a gotcha for your tickets, brother, do it, forehead. Villain of the week! Thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciated, my friend. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Thank you. The problem that I currently have is I can turn this on, I guess. But you guys can't see that shit, and I don't want to be down there. So I gotta find, like, a good overlay where it just allows a follower notification and sub notification to be alerted immediately. Which I am currently struggling because I am silly boy. Actually, no, I am not silly boy. I am smarter than this. Think smarter, my friend. All I have to do is copy. I found it. We're good. I think if I were to do this shit, I should be good. I'm gonna find out.
I'm queen of the castle. I'm queen of the castle.
Nora!
Might be a little big. Might be a little too big. That was a big dick follow. Thank you guys, and thank you so much, Villain of the Week, for the Submarino Cappuccino. Let me put that shit in activation. If I can activate it. Huh? Can I not activate it? Oh god. I totally forgot how to do things. Oh Scheiße el Babito. Um, um, I'm a goober goober. Yeah. There we go. Pika yo ass. We did it. We did get a browser. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. We got the alert system going now. We're cooking with gas. Cooking with gas. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Torture robots. I mean, torture robots would be. It is what it is. Was about to ask. Mappa did. What did Mappa did? But it's One Punch Man stuff. What's One Punch Man stuff? What did they do? Oh shit! Yeah, I see that. Mappa with the JC staffs. If you don't know, JC means comic. Thankfully, One Punch isn't being animated by Mappa. It's being made by JC staffs. Oh, that's actually good. Nice. JC staffs are pretty good peeps. It seems that everybody in their Mappa workers finally getting their 3 seconds of freedom. My cravings for AOT intensified for each second after it ended to point depressed. Is that Misaka arc or shit? What's happening? I know the Mappa employees are happy. Shut your ass up. They're just memeing on your boy Mappa. There was actually a rumor about Mappa being done by One Punch Man. Really? I did not know this. Hello, Opa. Welcome. Alright, I should probably put it in my title, huh? That it's gonna be an LB7 spoiler plus, so be careful. Hashtag warning LB7 plus spoilers. Because I'm talking about Ordeal Call 2, aka Socio 2. It's gonna be big dick theories and it will be crazy stuff. Was there really 10 months gap between Lost Belt 4 and 5? Yes. There was roughly a 10-month gap between 4 and 5. But you also gotta remember, they had to split 5 into 2. So, that was the necessity, quote-unquote, long-ass time, right? And we can talk about this shit right here, too. Mr. Dorita. Yeah, the last one was Shugurakuto Shula, which was in this August, which was in June, and then the 5.1 is in December, and then 5.2 was officially in April. And then Imaginary Scramble came in at November. Then 5.5 came in at December. And then this one came in at Avalon Lefe came at 6 months later. 6 months later. 6 months later. 6 months later. And Social Prologue actually came in a little bit late, but at the same time, I mean, it is what it is, right? Social 1, and then we had now, technically, 9 months later? Yeah, about 9 months later, you got ourselves Ordeal Call 2. We had a white screen incident before LB5, though. True. If you can tell me, Dan, what is the white screen incident? Did this bitch? Oh my god, they fucking prevent us from going back. That's wild. If you don't know, during February, Nasu's been in love with Has Been Hotel. And then, interestingly enough, he cuts the conversation saying, hey, go watch Has Been Hotel. This is pretty good. And then, this one is Tonerico. Tonerico Shenanigan. They're talking about a specific manga. He's excited for it as well. Talking about Valentine has occurred. They're talking about that, make sure that Nemo and Nemo Santa, their standings are two different things, so please don't get it twisted. In the main story, Nemo has been summoned by Shion, right? And conglomerated, while Nemo Santa is a quote-unquote what if, right? That there was a topic that could be a possibility. So it is a manifestation from itself wishing to be who he is. So Nemo Santa and Santa Nemo are obviously different, but at the same time they're two different perspective storytelling. So it is what it is. And it says have a nice Valentine's. That's it. Hey, thanks for farting. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember the longest gap between the main story release, now NA white screen, and then Scrabble event came in. Yes. I believe, yeah, you guys had like a weird ass bug that fucked you guys good. So, little TLDR, Chatterino, Cappuccino. There is March's mats. If you guys have not been farming already, which you should be farming already, you guys should already know that, hey, FGO is now in March. We're in March, chat. It's crazy. It's wild, is what I'm telling you. We're now in March, and then these are your new items that's available through the tickets. Thank God there's Ethel Lights, because I'll probably get the Ethel Lights, because that is the one of the few items that I just did not care to farm, but I totally forgot to farm. Didn't know JP got more options. Yeah, NA's gonna get that, I think, this anniversary, if not very soon. Like, around the live stream that you're gonna have tonight, right? Maybe Albert's gonna unleash additional tickets for you. You can always grovel to Mr. Out of Bottle to, probably figure something out for you. Do you think they're gonna make a Nemo Santa event or FSR collab into a main interlude? SFR collab is definitely gonna get main interluded due to the fact that it's legitimately a, it's literally a prequel to, it's a prequel to Ordeal Call 2, so. I'm going to tell you that Samurai Remnant probably might get main interlude. I don't know what they'll do with Santa. Nemo. They'll probably stick that bitch to evocation, no problem. Oh, what do you think, Opie Chan? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, this might be the longest gap in story if you don't want to count Olga mission, right? Because if you count Olga mission, we're pretty decently on time. But if you discount Olga mission, it's legitimately from June last year to this end of March. Because the Olga mission is in November. I mean, not November, September, excuse me. So it's actually 3 months after Ordeal Call 1. But nothing really happens there unless you know if you know the implementation, it's the implementation that's very important. There's semi-story, but it's barely any story to make any sense. But at the same time, Ordeal Call 1 and Ordeal Call 2, it's roughly about, what, fucking 8 months gap? I can't do math shit. What's happening? 7 months gap? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. About 9 months gap, I suppose. Give it roughly about 9 months. Yep. Roughly about 9 months. It's not the biggest one because, like I said, the 10-month gap between 4 and 5 is super big. But, just understand that LV6 took 5 million years to finish. "2024 will be better." Astral, are you high? Yo, stop smoking on that copium and get real. Yes, very, very high. I'm glad. I'm glad you're copiuming, so. I don't know, dude. I'm hoping for the best, right? I'm really hoping for the best as well. But I played this game for about 8 years, and I can understand why Asmongold stopped playing FGO for, a very long time. Like, FGO is reaching WoW level of, yeah, nobody's gonna play this fucking game unless it's got content. One of the biggest problem is that the quote-unquote veteran players has just nothing to do but farm. So, like, if you guys want to play the game so you can catch up in story, if you guys want to play the game so you want to level up your favorite characters, if you want to play the game to learn more about said XYZ, right? There is so much content for you that you're gonna love it. The problem with it is that all the veterans, we've done all this shit. And so now we're just stuck in an event doing 3 turns and going nowhere. Hasmo stop playing FGO? That's right. But we're the best ongoing game, though? I know. Ashro. WoW is also a very good ongoing game. Final Fantasy is still good ongoing game. You know what they don't have? They don't fucking have content anymore. So anybody that's veteran to the game is already on their me. Right? So, like, I'm not telling you that the game is dead, but the game is low-key dead. If you are a veteran, don't get it twisted. There is a significant difference being a veteran FGO player and non-veteran FGO player, right? This game has so much content that if you don't take advantages of the half AP on story or 0 AP on story and leveling up your characters, X, Y, and Z, it takes 5 million years. It really does take 5 million years.
Now, people can do it faster because they can buy an account, or they'll fucking just, you know, skip story and ruin, like, 60% of the game. Really wish they would put some sort of story or boss replay functionality in the game. Would make in-between times a bit more bearable. Well, they won't, because right, remember how Road to 7 occurred? They're going to use that to their clutches, right? Like, worst case scenario, there's just going to be like Road to Ordeal call, and they're going to do some dumb shit and do the exact same thing there, right? And then it'll be like they'll have their own section, right? That'll be like battle boss or like boss rush mode or some silly shit like that, and then that's the only time you get to like rerun bosses and monsters and, you know, unique things here and there. And then they'll want you to do Tesla Fest, right? And then you gotta do the little shitty fucking Tesla quest, and then just pull your hair out because you wanna farm the lotto, but there's a, you know, challenge quest that's clearly in the way. So, like, essentially, it's crazy. They have a problem of not making permanent content that's not attached to story. They should have invested in a new game modes. Well, here's the thing, okay, William? The game is the Type Moon lore is everything and anything but story content. Okay? They can't, and the fun fact is, every single event, every single journey, every single bullshit that you see across the manga verse and the light novel verse is this quote-unquote perma content. And fun fact, a lot of the shit's really not attached to the story. Not a lot of them, but very recently they have been doing that, which is kind of, you know, really bad take. And I do agree on that, William, right? I want the quote-unquote, like, Summer 1, right? Let's bring Summer 1 back, where it's just, you're stranded on an island, stuck with hottie servants. Oh no, right? Like, you know, something that's exciting, but at the same time, something that sometimes just, you don't give a fuck about the main story, right? And that's I think the problem is that everybody and their mom's trying to just connect it to the main story at the moment, just because the main story is so convoluted that people who finished LB7 doesn't understand what the fuck is going on because of the circumstances that LB7 has created, right? And like I said, it's gonna be a bit spoiler, so just, you know, do be careful. I'll try not to, you know, open up the whole Pandora box of what happened in LB7 and whatnot, but I will talk about everything after LB7, and that's the very important part, right? And the thing is, what LB7 did, what LB7 did to FGO has completely actually opened Pandora's box open. Anything and everything is possible, and simultaneously circumstances are now beyond, like, the normie's head and everybody that plays regular Fate's head, right? Because it's much more than that. It's bigger than anything else before. It's on a level of cosmology and cosmic shenanigans that if you weren't fucking paying attention to the story, you will be lost. I can't wait for NA players to be confused and spread misinformation. Yeah, I can almost guarantee you, right? Like, it's going to be another repeat of LB6. It's going to be another repeat of Apparently, AI translation said daughter instead of it's just a dismissive word of saying girl, right? Or brat. Because apparently machine translation, when Sammy Ramis was talking, apparently they were quote unquoting her as when Sammy Ramis and Andromeda was talking, Sammy Ramis will always use a quote unquote poisonous word, right? AKA a dismissive word that says it says young girl, right? Young girl, AKA little girl, right? Because that's kind of a way of she looking down on Andromeda because she didn't approve of her to be queen slash queen because she didn't act like a queen until the very end, right? Until the very end of the story, then Sammy Ramis acknowledges her as a queen, and both of them kind of, with the power of the bitter chocolate and the booty blasting of her muscles combined, she was able to save the day. I only remember dinos with guns, aliens bringing dangerous shite. It is what it is, right? But now, right, speaking, right, we're back to the topic again. So I want to bring it back up. We have 2 live streams back to back. We got that live stream back to back. Where the fuck is it, chat? What the hell? It back to back. That's the back to back. Alright, so here is 2 live streams that you guys need to understand. There is Remu. Thank you so much for the subscribe, Reno, for 3 months. I hope you're doing swell. And nice Pikachu. My Pikachu's eating good, so thank you so much for feeding my Pikachu. I appreciate that. And there's 2 live streams that's coming in hot. One is on March 20th on a Wednesday, Japan time. It is going to be Volume 21 Sosho 2 Sosho 2 pre-opening campaign special, right? The voice actor of Dante, right? And the quote-unquote Mafia. Mafia, if you don't know Mafia, he is an MC, and if he is an MC Hammer, he is also the voice actor of Zazang. And that Zazang is, what's his name? Okuni. Okuni's little robot. He's Okuni's little robot, which technically is a remnant of the Wind Nobu. Wind Nobu's Quetzalcoatl or whatever, right? He voices him. He voices the robot, if you don't know. Right here, right there, right there. That's it. That's it right there. He's the voice actor of that. Not sure if he'll get any voice actors later, but it is what it is. Other people are coming, obviously Mr. 2 and whatnot, so it is a thing. For some odd reason, they are doing a live stream in a live venue, which is wild. Wait. What? Why are they RNG inviting the live stream? What the fuck? It's supposed to be free. What? Yeah, it literally says, live stream is coming close.
if you're near the prefecture, the customers and people can enjoy the live stream and the live venue to know more about it. It says, yeah, in order to get to this live stream, right? It's yeah, we invite you to go on a poll, right? Chuseng, aka gotcha, aka lottery system. They really fucking want you. Come on, bruh. Ooh, they are trying to stop you, boys. They are 100% trying to stop you. I don't know how old I am, Ches. I'm just gonna put 28. Yamada Taro. So they want your kanji, and then they want your first name. So essentially, it's first name, last name. I mean, last name, first name. Last name, first name. And then your email address. Yeah, so here, check this out. Here is translated to English. There we go. So it says FGO broadcast, customer broadcast, bring latest version of Socho 2, which is scheduled to open in March. Main distribution, voice actor, Mafia Kajida, and others. Please refer to the following detail for the recruitment for the viewing public program distribution somewhere in Tokyo. Yeah, the winners will be notified. View application. Lottery invitation is free. Application federate, blah, 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 right? I'm assuming this is a RNG prefecture, right? Like, you're supposed to put your name down, you're supposed to put the prefecture, put your age, put your gender, email address, and then vote. But at the same time, what I don't understand is, yeah, it's finally coming soon. We'll conduct a live broadcast with customers from certain location in Tokyo. We will invite everybody to distribution program by lottery. Feel free to apply. Like, why are you inviting people on a live stream of a distribution program? Like, brother, please, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. And then yeah, they have quote unquote anti-American proof because you have to write this in Japanese kanji letters. Then you have to put the Japanese letters at the bottom. So if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you're gonna mess it up. Which is very interesting. But I'm gonna try to do this kind of sus. I mean, it is sus, bro. Fucking mean like. I'm pretty sure that here's the truth though, right? Here's the truth. They probably are having an early stream, right? Early stream. The reason why I say early stream is because this one is starting on the 20th, right? And then this one, which is the actual live stream, which will be placated in Anime Japan. Right? So in Anime Japan 2024, in the red stage, you will see anime on this shenanigans right here on March 24th. And there's 2 live streams. So one is the 20th live stream, and the other one is on the 24th. The 24th is the main venue, so I think they're trying to treat the 20th as like a surprise live stream or like a privileged live stream, right? It is sus as fuck, but I think they're trying to do it to prevent JP players from I think they're trying to prevent NA players from watching and spoiling it in a weird way. I just don't understand why they would go so far as to do that garbage shit, but it is what it is. But I mean, like I said, if I can cover this, I will. Low key chat, if anybody is out there doing the lottery and you win the lotto, if you send me the fucking link to the venue or the ticket to the venue that I can watch live stream, I'm gonna live translate it for you, you know what I'm saying? So do be warned, but I'm not gonna take any requests or DMs until it is 100% verified. So don't be dumb. The one on the 24th is only 35 minutes. Yep, because you gotta understand that it's not even 45 minutes. It's 35 minutes. Right? Like it's 30 to 35, no problem. The reason for that is that I don't know if is this your first time knowing Anime Japan? Because if you don't know what Anime Japan is essentially where all the animes come. This is where this is anime galore. This is where the quote-unquote stages are going to be set, booth is going to be set, XYZ are going to be set, and all that good stuff, right? Like Suicide Squad, Mushoku Tensei, you name it, they got it. Because this is where all the animes flex their muscle here and now. Right? Awesome part about it, chat, is that I will be live streaming this fucking program starting on Sunday. So, I don't know if the green stage or the blue stage has a better opening. Because I'm going to get the 10 o'clock and the 11 o'clock one. Ooh, that's cutting it close. Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna miss the Spice and Wolf. The Merchant meets a Wise Wolf. Yeah, damn, unlucky. So we're probably gonna have to do this Oshinoko shit, and then I'll translate ReZero for you guys, okay? Because I fucking love ReZero. And I'll probably, you know what? I think I might just stick to, yeah, I'm sticking to a red program practically for the rest of the day until we finish FGO. Then we'll probably finish it to something else like 340. So, like, we can do season on and off the Monster series, the stage, or we can do Vampire Dormitory, excuse me. Because I really don't give two shits about Season 7 of My Hero Academia. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm waiting till the Season 9 comes out. Once Season 9 comes out, I'll probably start binging like Season 4 and up. But yeah, I fucking love ReZero, so we're gonna be definitely awake for this shit right here, for sure. Kaiju 8's a pretty funny one, so if you guys have not given Kaiju 8 a trailer a try, I highly recommend you should. It's TLDR, Earth Defense Force, main protag accidentally ate something, turning him into a monster, uses it to kill other monsters. It's an Blue Exorcist circumstances, right? But it's more towards on the gag and funny shit, and then into a really cool gore battle. At first it's pretty funny comedy shit. Then it goes serious gore. Serious gore animation battle. Hopefully. We can only hope. Then we got Black Butler. Black Butler, aka the Principality of it's the school arc. I can't for it's the private school arc. It's the private school arc. And then we got ourselves the irregular Magikai. God bless. Another season, another banger. Here we go. And then last but not least, we got FGO special stage, which we have our usual. People are gonna lose their minds over it when they see the new servants. All is well. I hate the character design for Kaiju 8. I like the manga though. I see. You don't like the artistic choice, but you like its premise, huh? I can understand that. Ray can just sit down in the chair and the anime will revolve around her. It's true. I mean, like, in actuality, she has voiced so many fucking people. It's impressive, right? Like, you think Miss Aoyuki is impressive. You think Miss Kawasumi is impressive. She too is also one of the like higher echelons of impressiveness. I've seen this at I've read this manga before. What up, Gandalf? I read this manga before. It's dumb, but it's socially awkward, the anime, so that's gonna be pretty funny. That's crazy that the Prince of Tennis, the new Prince of Tennis is coming back. That's wild, dude. That's fucking wild. You can always thank Blue Lock for that 100% because fucking Blue Lock made it fucking revived Prince of Tennis sequence. Undead Unluck. If you guys haven't seen Undead Unluck, I highly recommend it. It's a good story. It's really good. The story is really nice. A lot of expectation gets like whatever you have on this expectation of this anime / show, it will go over the expectation because it's just that good. Oh yeah, I forgot Konosuba. Yes, Konosuba is coming very soon, my friends. Konosuba is coming soon, which I will not be translating. Yeah, because it's going to be at the sweet spot of FGO. Right? It's going to be at the... Oh, maybe not. Hold up. It might be at the... hell no. Yeah, it's at the sweet spot of... Maybe. Ooh, Alright. If we pull this shit off, chat, I might be able to slide into the program red into program green. Right after the Black Butler ends, I'll be sliding into fucking Konosuba 3. Alright, maybe. There's a possibility. Alright, maybe. We've got a schedule in, alright? But I need you to hit that subscribe button to support that stream, okay? Because that'll save you on ads. Because I'm definitely running ads in the first 5 minutes, because fuck you. I need money, baby. But how come Miss Megumin slash Ma'am can be in 2 places at the 2 different times? Well, it's simple, my friend. She's probably gonna be dashing. And I don't know if I can show you the stage. Can I show you guys the stage? AJ stage creation. Oh, there's floor map. Yeah, here's the floor map. So essentially, the green stage and the red stage are pretty fucking close. So what they definitely can do is that, and they're both adjacent to each other. So they'll just, Miss Ray is just gonna, right, you just fucking dash over left and right, dodge traffic up in here. Just put a chair in the middle and she's got it covered. That's right. It's just like put a chair right here. She'll sit on it. Wee, and then put another chair right here. She sits on it. Wee. Wee, 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 wee. No problem. Russian unfortunately, Russian anime got delayed till July, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm glad they did. A lot of people are disappointed at it. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm really glad that they made an executive decision, and I respect that executive decision because they're the smartest fucking decision you can ever make in your life. Trust me, chat. April, chat. There's so much fucking here. Let me show you the sheer amount of anime on April. Look at this shit. Anime list. Seasonal anime spring. Look at the sheer amount of spring. There's Konosuba. There is Kimetsu no Yaiba. There is Slime, right? The Slime reincarnation. There is My Hero Academia. There is Mushoku Tensei. There is the Asmongold Von, right? And then Kaiju 8, Data Live 5, The Fucking Reckoning, Maho Irregular High School, which is 3rd season, which is fucking wild because we'll finally get to know about the quote-unquote the relationship between these two because of the history gets unraveled in season 3. And then Spice and Wolf reboot, right? Spice and Wolf reboot, Yuru Camp season 3. You like Euphorium? Well, bitch, you better strap yourself because that shit's coming in April. Oh, you like Sasayaku Yo ni Koi o Utau, aka Whisper Me a Love Song? I don't know what this shit is. I probably don't know what it is, but it's probably kawaii, right? Probably kawaii and a little bit of yaoi. Not yaoi. Yuri, excuse me. I couldn't find the word. A new season of Black Butler, which is the Kishuku Gakkohen, aka the private school arc. The Sentai, right? Loser Ranger, or aka Failure of a Sentai. Then you got the condition called Love. Then you have the Unnamed Memory, which I don't know what this one is. Windbreaker. Windbreaker apparently is pretty cool, from what I heard. It is like Beelzebub style, fun shenanigans. This one I'm fucking hyped for. I was reincarnated as a 7th prince, so I can take my time, leisurely, quote unquote. Whatchamacallit? This I'm excited for. This one I'll show you right now. I am credited as a 7th prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical abilities. This is one of the few animes that I am fucking excited for. It's gonna be good. I have all the mangas that has officially came out. I read the first like 5 chapters. I bought the whole book afterwards. Unfortunately, the fucking main character is a Shota bait just for the sake of Shota bait as a Shota bait. And then there is a Serenity look-alike. You'll definitely enjoy the show. I'm just hoping that the side character is fleshed out perfectly. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, this anime will fail if the side characters are not fleshed out. They're probably gonna do... Oh, I don't know. We only see him, so I think it's up to 12 episodes. If it's not 12 episodes, it'll be 24. It depends on how fleshed out they want to go far for. But yes, I'm excited for this one. If you guys don't know, here's the trailer. You probably don't understand a lick of it saying because it has no subtitles in English. So TLDR, what happens is that the protagonist is a trash tier mage and gets booty blasted by nobles eating noble magic, right? And so he dies saying, if I can get reincarnated, I wish I could reincarnate into a noble bloodline. Well, little did he know, he did. And this is the anime of just silliness. Nani?
もう少し見せてくれるかな。次を頼むよ、クリモワール。なんだその魔力量は。俺のことはクリモと呼んでください。ライド様。なんと愛らしい。そしてなんという才能。大久保時が100年早いやる。タオちゃんの強さに惚れちゃったのか。僕は毒の呪われた。ああ、すごい。どういう理屈だ。受けにも飛んだ。なんで結界解いてるんすか。行ってみますか。冒険者としての第一歩。尋常じゃない魔力の高まり。行くぞ。はいな。テレビアニメ転生したら第七王子だったので気ままに魔術を極めます。
It's good. I am quite excited for this anime.
ただの王子さ。第七のな。
I'm super hyped for this anime. I added it to the watch list. It's good. Like I don't know how the anime is gonna be, but I enjoy the movie. I enjoy the manga very much to the point that it is definitely worth you guys watching 3 episodes. Agree. April season is mega stacked, and if the animation is not good enough, better delay. It's true, right? And that's kind of the reason why I'm saying that I low key am glad that the Russian girl has been delayed till July. Like, it's still in the portion of, is it still summer? Yeah, it delayed itself in summer, which is perfectly fine. Because summer, while there's still a lot of new ones, right? There's a lot of new summers. And so far, right, these are the only summer that has been officially confirmed. Summer's dead, okay? Look at this. Summer's fucking dead. Like, you see how dead summer is? Like, I'm not saying that all these animes are bad. I'm just saying the sheer amount compared to spring, it only has like 5 rows. Like, don't get me wrong. Tower of God's gonna be awesome. I don't know about the rest of these shits. But you get what I mean. There's nothing confirmed yet. Like, it's unfortunate. So, like, if a lot of the animes, if some of them were smart, they would back out to July. Because why the fuck not? There's so many bangers in April that a lot of people are not gonna watch a lot of the fucking shows. That's just facts. A lot of people only have time to watch maybe 1-2 anime a day. Not this horrific an amount. There's so many of them. And then afterwards, you got Mission Yokuruzara Family, The Glass of God. You got the quote-unquote God's Game We Play. And then we've got the Duke of Death and His Maid Season 3, which is pretty cool that the fact that this got Season 3. And then Archdemon Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride. They definitely skipped the part. It says, I, the Archdemon Dilemma, aka Mao, right, the Demon Lord. I, the Demon Lord, has bought a slave elf as my wife. And how can I talk to her, right? How can I love her? It's literally just Demon Lord, zero social skills, anime about social skills, and lightheartedness with a little bit of combat here and there. So here it is. This one's level 2, started cheating life from a former hero. Yeah, chilling in another world with a level 2 super cheat powers. This one also has one of the longest fucking titles on planet Earth, right? Level 2からチートだった元勇者候補の祭りの異世界ライフ. Essentially, TLDR, hero candidate, level 2 super cheater. Oh, yo! This one's getting animated? Bro! Old man, old lady gets younger. Essentially, it's rejuvenation of the old man and the old lady. Yo, I followed this fucking Twitter. Oh, it was such a good fucking story. It's essentially it's a wholesome anime about a grandpa and a grandma. They're getting old and they're old, but apparently God gave them time, extra time, excuse me, so they can reverse their age. It's just very wholesome. Just watch. You don't even need to hear what he's saying. It's just legitimately just watching it will make you feel wholesome. It's just, it starts out really sad. It's two old people, you know, like kind of saying their last words, but then one day they ain't fucking old no more. And they just kind of have a because their mentality and their attitude is still old, okay? It's just their body that got younger. So it's essentially sexy lady that acts like an old lady.
ねえねえおばあちゃんおじいちゃんちょうだい何やれ若返ってんだけどこれでいいんだべかじいさまたち頑張れ頑張れ
It's very, very wholesome comedy. I can't wait. It's very cute. It's very wholesome. It's, yeah, the main story is going to be about the grandpas, but the side story is about the grandchild and grandchild and their original kids and their grandchildren. That's the side story, which is very cool. I'm really glad that fucking, damn dude, that's awesome. Yeah, Mr. Shin, Mr. Kuragiri has made it, dude. Like, I used to read this on Twitter feed every time he posted it, because that was the only thing that I saw for like a couple of years, is that he would write small chapters. It was a 4-panel, right? Like every week he had a 4-panel that he busted out. And it was just entertaining. So I'm really glad that that got an anime. He deserves it. Definitely worth keeping an eye into. This one I am also reading. Spring's wild, bro. I know. Spring's done, dude. Spring is wildin'. And so this one is AKA reincarnated as an aristocrat. I'll use my appraisal skills to rise in the world. TLDR, the boy got reincarnated because he asked God if that was all right, because he wanted to live a normal life in his own way. No, excuse me, it was not. It's he was a office worker that unfortunately had a unlucky accident and asked the heavens if he could reincarnate and restart to have a comfortable life. God kind of said, all right, bro. And then this is how the anime starts. I mean, this is how this game starts. He's got an appraisal skill. So he essentially can cheat because he has an appraisal skill of the maximum potential of a human being and their stats, right? Like he can see the max stats of human possibility and the current stats of their possibility. He's fucking broken. But he has no like OP ability. He only knows how to see. It's very nice. Oh yeah, like TLDR, I think this is gonna be episode 1. He sees such a great potential in him, and because of who he is shunned because he is poor and because the way he is, or the way he looks and is, he's getting discriminated. He pretending to be nobody, hiding as a noble-isk, recruits him to be in his manner, right? To be his servant. Give me power.
お前が言ってたような未来を歩んでもらいたいから。こんなことなら僕なんか生まれてこなければよかった。君の武器はその頭脳なんだ。やっぱり僕も戦いに出なければ。アルスよ、お前はまだ戦士の顔になっておらん。僕は待て。何も分かっていなかった。僕は本当に未熟者だ。アルス様がいなかったら家族とも分かり合えないままだった。私の人生に意味を持たせてくれたのはアルスだ。命に変えてもアルス様を守ることを誓います。僕もみんなを守る力が欲しいんです。だから僕に力を貸してください。ほら行こう。アルス様の道は必ずや私が切り開きます。歩兵隊は上流へ、弓隊は前へ。これくらい余裕だ。誰であろうが全て私がぶっ潰しますわ。この手の情報収集は俺たちのお箱だ。へえ、やるじゃん。君一体何を企んでるの？今日よりこの私がローベント家の当主となる。テレビアニメ天聖貴族鑑定スキルで成り上がる。上がるアニメ枠にて4月7日日曜夜11時30分から放送開始。I'm
excited for this anime. I've been reading upon it. Yeah, it's really good. It's nice. I'm already liking this one. Yeah, it's a good one. It's like I said, there is, unironically, I found these 2 mangas, and then like 2 weeks later they said anime, and I'm like, oh shit! So I'm excited. And then you got Blue Archive. I mean, like, I guess. I don't know what Blue Archive is. All I know is that it's a game. Apparently the game got animated. And then you got Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. It is a, I don't know how to explain this. It's essentially girls' life of just funny, right? It's just funny. It's funny, the anime, but it involves jellyfish.
自分でも輝けるようになるの。だから私も
It's like it has the same vibe. It has the same vibe of going into the Arctic.
女子高生はさ、選ぶより選ばれるだ
Got
け
that Arctic vibe.
私の好きな絵を怪我してんじゃねえ。大ファンです。元アイドル？匿名シンガーのジェリーちゃん。ジェリーに夜の絵があったら最高だと思わない？一緒にやってみない？
So instead of
ジェリーの最終目標はフォロワー10万人。この人はまた
so instead of like Bocchi the Rock where they become a musician, they're trying to make a AMV, right? They're trying to make an animation video for animation motion video for this Jelly Chan, right? They're trying to make this jellyfish-like character come to life.
人の目なんて気にしなければ私にはそう思えないよ。自分が嫌いなんて思ったことないでしょ。解釈違う。
But it will have a Bocchi vibe. It definitely will have some Bocchi vibes, for sure.
逃げてばっかり。自分が自分じゃなくなるのが嫌なの。嫌だ。私だけ置いてけぼりになりたくない。好きなものできました。私は夜の絵が大好きだよ。書く理由取り戻したんだな。だから夜私のために書いてよ。
Jellyfish can't swim in the night.
これで私もちょっとは輝けたのかな。
So the music video, or the OST, the opening and the ending of this song, this anime is gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a chill. I want to say it's chill, but at the same time, it does touch on like traumas, and it kind of talks about, you know, people overcoming things and making this jelly girl come to life. Which, you know, if that's something up your tail, I recommend it. Then you got the Fable, the Fable. It's essentially TLDR, legendary hitman Fable. He wants to live a peaceful life, so he does his utmost best. It's a very similar to the housewife of a yakuza, right? The Gotoku. I can't remember the whatchamacallit. The whatchamacallit. Shit. It's the Yakuza one, right? Where Yakuza 1 is the household. I think it's like household. Is it Kiryu? Yeah, something like that. It's I can't remember what it was. It was some The Way of the Household, I think it was called. It's very similar to Way of the Household vibes. Essentially, TLDR main character wants to live a peaceful ass life, but everybody and their mom just fucking doesn't want him to have a peaceful life. He's like, I'm done killing. I'm done.
今年は多かったで次はいつ頃いやしばらくは仕事は取らん今年はやりすぎた
Because they're legendary hitmans.
最高じゃねえかジャッカル
私はこの1年恋をするの。イケメン。
Oh yeah, so essentially TLDR, there's 3 protagonists. One is a genius assassin. The second one is the sister that is the what's his name's partner.
いける？ハンカチ使う？
Yeah, and then our heroine, right? Who is pursuing her dream. These 3 people. It'll mostly be these 2, right? The genius assassin and his sister. They're going to do their very best to not kill people. The anime. I wish they put another trailer video Because the trailer video of this shit is funny as fuck. Right? I don't know if the first one does justice. So yeah, here's the first one. He's like, ah! Like, he's a genius when it comes to killing. But man, he's a moron. He's such a moron at everything else. It's fucking hilarious. I do wish that they'll bust out another trailer for him to give him more justice. Here's the one room, good lighting, angel included. I have no clue what that is. Mysterious disappearance, spooky, scary skeleton. Seiyu radio ura omote, I have no clue. It's just essentially radio girls, front and back. You got the vampire dormitory. I'm assuming that's the homage to the OG dormitory anime and vampire anime. Re-monsters. Essentially, protagonist got reincarnated into a goblin, and he goes a whatchamacallit. He essentially eats everything to be the very best. It's made by Studio Dean, so you know it's a banger. Is it popular? Well, it's popular, but it's also animated by Studio Dean, so things about to get wild.
確かに死んだのだ。誰だこの緑色の小汚い化け物は。俺は一度死に、そしてこの緑色の何の力もないゴブリンの赤ん坊へ転生したのだと。
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, essentially, it's Goblin, anti-Goblin Slayer, right? It's just Rising of the Goblin Hero, pretty much.
俺がどれだけ強くなったか試してみたい。
あなた本当にすごいな。かっこよくてそんなに強いだなんて。お待たせやで。うちも負けてられへんわ。コブロー。こんな獲物もくれるようになったよ。
汝平和を欲すれば戦いに備えよ。楽しみだな。どんな味がするのか。
It's a mix of Rise of the Shield Hero vibes, right? Because it's a Rise of the Goblin, and a little bit of Goblin Slayer. Is it Goblin Slayer? No, it's not Goblin Slayer. Slime. It's a little bit of slime, a little bit of whatchamacallit, a little bit of Rise of the Shield Hero. Then you got yourself the banished former hero lives as he pleases. This one's just a pure, like fucking Harlem anime at its finest. High Speed, I have no clue what this one is. Girls Band Cry, essentially it is a band anime that goes fucking wild. A girl is betrayed by her friends and does not know what to do. Other girl is abandoned by her parents and tries to survive in the city. This world lets all us down all the time. Nothing goes as planned, but we want something that we can continue. We believe there's a place where we belong, and this is where we sing. Essentially, ragtag of misfits gather together, bust out a song, gonna be a banger. Tadaima Okairi, welcome home, I'm back. I have no clue what this one is. It's probably gonna make me cry, so I'm not gonna watch. New Gate. I have no clue what the fuck New Gate is, but it looks cool. New animation. Kind of bug champ. Astronaut. I have no clue what this is. Looks cool. Looks cool. The Weirdo Salad Bowl. I think this feels like a meme. It's a meme anime of a detective. Magical girl shenanigans. Then you got Idolmaster. I don't know what this one is. Apparently it goes the end of the train, where are we going? It's the countryside of town that you can find anywhere. The residents are expecting a strange phenomenon, but even so, she wanted to see her missing friends. She and her friends went out in the world outside, taking an abandoned motionless train, not knowing that if they'll milk it and come back alive, what awaits them is crazy. Oh, then you got Boyakubatteri, aka the fucking baseball anime. If this baseball anime pops the fuck off like Blue Lock, this one's gonna be fun to watch for sure. That one's definitely put your eyes on. I have no clue of this one. This looks a little historical. I don't care. It's by NHK. You know how that goes. Token Ramburu Kai. If you like Token Ramburus, well, congratulations. It's got another one. Rinkai. Rinkai is, I think, yeah, Woman Bicycle the anime. Yeah. And then you got ourselves the Kenka do Gaku. Essentially a fighting video. Bullied by his classmates and popular YouTube streamer Pago. High school days are now filled with humiliations and abuse. His troubles don't end there, though. Outside of school, Haben slaves away at a part-time job for his mother's hospital bills. One day, Haben accidentally spills ramen on Pago's cameraman, tripping over a cord and disconnecting the other boy from his gaming system. Finally fed up with his miserable lifestyle, he fights back and ends up in a pathetic brawl with the man. Next morning, it's revealed that the camera from the stream had been recording those two boys' entire embarrassment of a fight. The footage was accidentally uploaded to YouTube and has gone viral, earning Haben a whopping 10 million won from viewership. Drawn to the money of the new streaming offer, his mother works together to unlikely ally to produce more videos to fight him to see how far the YouTube streaming can take them. Taking on other bullies and other unpassable opponents, Haben rises to the top of the streaming world and finally met a foe. He can't smart. It's essentially TLDR, my life is bad. We had a pathetic fight. Pathetic fight went viral. I'm an asshole streamer now. I'm an asshole viral streamer now. The show. It really is. It's literally everybody. Nobody wants to be this guy. Like, this anime should not have been a fucking anime, but it's gonna be an anime. It's a webtoon. It's 100% webtoon. It's 100% webtoon, just due to the fact that it has a Korean name. Woo Hobing, right? Woo Hobing. Fucking Korean. My neighbor Yokais. It's just, essentially a... Yeah, it's essentially just... Supernatural is my neighborhood. Nothing special. What is this? Niji Young animation. I don't know what that is. Oi Tombo, aka Dragonfly. Hello there. Apparently it's a golf anime. I don't know any of this shit. Sandland? Damn, Sandland's actually getting a series. That's kind of fucking wild. There's the same guy who made Blue Dragons and whatnot, so it's interesting to see. Mahjong Soul Can. It's actually just fucking sequel. It actually has a sequel, and it's just a Mahjong anime. The Rising Impact, which is a golf anime once again. And last but not least, Shin Yaranaika. I believe this one is ordinary prep school who's rushing to go to the bathroom. Despite his rushy spots, Abe, exceedingly handsome auto mechanic sitting on the bench, to exchange looks and have a absolute after Abe doubts. You want to do it, right? When the two begins their encounter. I can't remember what this is. This is I read it's a meme. It's a fucking meme. It's a prep school exchange. Yaranaika anime is crowdfunded, aiming for 8 million yen. Goddamn, it's a one-shot manga. Yeah. I can't remember. It's a YouTube meme. Yeah. It's wanna do it. That's what it is. It's the wanna do it meme. You guys remember? Yeah, you guys remember this meme? Yeah. so fucking great. It's a meme.
このセリフをご存知だろうか
It's so big. Such
インターネ
manliness.
ット老人会に伝説のあのネタが令和に蘇る
やらないか。
やらないか。
クソミソテクニックアニメ化決定
They're actually gonna fucking meme the entire meme genre.
よかったのか、ホイホイついてきて。俺はケラ使わないで食っちまう人間なんだぜ。
こんなこと
初めてだけどいいんです。
いいんです僕
It's, yeah, it's a fucking meme.
嬉しいこと言ってく
There
れ
it
るじ
is.
ゃないの。それじゃあとことん喜ばせてやるからな。
クソミソテクニックの原作にヤマジュンの人気作品のエッセンシャルを加えた OVA
Oh boy.
やらないか知ってる君も知らない君も全力で楽しめる頭おかしい新作アニメ
It's a new anime that's just over the rails that you won't understand it. Let's go.
そんなの無理でしょ
男は度胸。何でも試してみるのさ。
So, by the way,
みんな、俺に力を。
yeah, give me your fucking energy.
パワーが溜まってきた。
Oh
ニ
shit.
コニコしてた頃が懐かしいな。
Oh my god.
あたいはバカじゃないもん
Holy shit. It's voiced by the actual person. Holy fuck, bro. That's funny.
なぜ今
Alright, so yeah, you can't say that name, alright? you can't say that name. But yes, it's exactly who that is, alright? It's copyrighted.
うるせえな。
This technically can't have her because it's fucking copyright strike. But in order for the meme to work, she has to come in. And the sheer fact that they got the actual fucking voice actor to fund the voice of this garbage anime, it's gonna be legendary. Eddie, thank you so much for the Raider Reno Cappuccino friend. I hope you're doing swell. Welcome to the shit tier short anime that you'll ever
う
witness.
ろんうるせえもうみんな今更やってるだろう。
So yeah, so this is When the Cicadas Cry, Roni Kenshin.
ED20 A Wave ED20 all great stuff. Happy to be here.
Hey, I'm glad you're being here, brother. I forgot the other one. It's another old anime, right? Like all these animes are getting sequels in other animes. I can pull this shit off too, right? That's the translation.
俺たちがや
Thank you so much
る
for it, Eddie. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank
い
you.
や、
やらないか。
さあアニメ「新やらないか」2023年公開予定
So just think of it as
準備中。最新情報はアニメクソミソテクニックのツイッターでチェックだ。
So yeah, think of it as the shit post back in the day, right? It's literally a shit anime back in the day, with memes. Holy shit, they actually got her to voice Cerno for like the couple of episodes. That's so dumb. So dumb. I'm gonna love it. Look back, I heard it's gonna be great. I want to watch more Uma Musume because I heard Uma Musume is getting crazier than ever. I don't know what else. Kuran Kabaya. I think that one's good. And then you got Kurameru Kara, Kuragari. But yeah, that and now, how long did that take, chat? That concludes spring anime. But how was your stream there, Eddie? How'd things be? Right, like that, it took me this long to cover spring 2024. Right. And then if you want to go for summer 2004, You just go God of Tower of Gods, Her Feelings in Russian, Days with My Stepsister, whatever this is, 2.5 dimensional seduction, no longer allowed in another world. My love, no, love can't be separated by twins. Quality assurance in another world. How to become ordinary. The wand and the sword. Kijin Gen Toshu. Demonic being and its legends, or its fantasy. AKA Magical Girl and the Evil Lieutenant used to be arch enemies. Then you got the old fart adventures. Got trained by the strongest army and became invincible. Mayonaka Punch, aka Midnight Punch or Late Night Punch, and then the Kinnikuman, dude, fucking for real. Oh shit, dude, that's awesome. The fact that Muscle Man's coming back after 40th anniversary is lit. And then last but not least, the red cat of the ramen shop of the red cat, right? This one's gonna be comfy, very delicious. It's just cat cooking ramen. That's it. Isn't Dada Den on April 2? Probably. Like, listen, like all this shit, dude, right, is in April. All this list from A to Z. Look at this. A to Z. It's crazy. The amount of anime that we're gonna have to nitpick on April is insanity. Trobs, you heard of any Yubil? I don't know, actually. What is that? Do explain. I don't think I've read it or heard it. There's just way too many anime in this season, dude. They just need to take like half and move that half to summer, and they need to move the other half into winter. And here's the fun part, right? Quote unquote, ReZero is gonna be in. I want to say it's in April. It's in winter. I think ReZero is gonna be winter. I can only pray to God. The only thing that I am sad about is that I don't know where Tanya the Evil is. I heard the Evil Saga, the Tanya, right? Where's my Tanya? Where's my Tanya? Brother, please. Because if you don't know about Tanya, they made a specific deal that Tanya is going to do season 2 when Overlord gets season 3, and they'll so we are due in for a season 2. Oh no, when Overlord goes season 4, he'll bust out season 2. That's what it was. So give it a second, I'm trying to find it. It's really funny that
It's really funny that like Yojo Senki's actually like popping the fuck off. Like it's still typed in like to this day, but at the same time, Are? Yojo Senki 29 か. So it's chapter 29. Holy shit. When is season 2 coming out, bro? Dang, 4.5? That's a nani, bro. Where'd it go? Yo, calm down, calm down. I actually can't find it. What the fuck's going on here? I thought I found it, but I did not, which is very oppression. I'm getting depressed and oppressed, shit. Hell. Wait, I can't find it. Why can I not find it? That's kind of wild. Tanya Digrichev. I see figures, but I don't see the manga. Not manga. I don't see the actual website, which is kind of dumb. I don't know why, but I can't see the actual official website, which makes me cry. Because currently, Tanya, the Saga of Tanya the Evil is getting a pachinko, which is pretty funny. At Yojo Senki, yeah, there it is. Yeah, they specifically said season 2, it's on its way, right? Like season 2 is slowly but surely coming in. Currently, the comicalization is at 29th. They got the quote-unquote the quad, right? The Devil of the Rhines quad watch, which is pretty cool. Quad core. Pog champ. Wait, Kadokawa made a... I might get banned for this. Hold up. Calm down. Kadokawa made 4 months.
Oh, I've seen this one already. If you guys haven't seen this one, I recommend you see it. But yeah, essentially they're pushing out all the Tanya the Evil merches and shit. Like in actuality, Tanya's growing up in like page, I think 15, book 15, excuse me. Yeah, book 13, light novel 13, light novel 14, Don't Despero. And then yeah, the comic book is 28/29. And somewhere around here, I can't find it. Just anyways, season 2. All right, season 2 is fucking coming. God knows when, God knows how, but it's coming. All right. I didn't know that there was a Tanya figure there. That's cool. Yeah, this is one that I wanted to talk about. You can you can essentially play Tanya the Evil the pachinko slots. You can't do them now. You can't do them anymore, but it was pretty funny that you can do it, which is quite impressive. And then yeah, Comic Ace let Tanya get a front cover, which is pretty awesome. And then Comtic Ace allowed her to get another cover. And then last but not least, yeah, and then the last one, right? The last one, which was on August, specifically says TV Animation Season 2 in the making, right? Currently going forward. So I'm excited. Season 2 soon. Copium at its finest. I can't wait. But anyway, enough about anime. Enough about it. Let's talk about FGO. Goddamn, we talked a lot. You got any Tanya's the friend we made all the way? That's right. Still waiting for Drifters 2. So fun fact, Rimu. Drifters is never gonna get a season 2. You know why? Drifters. Out of the quote unquote 10, out of 10 books that your boy is planning, they're only at 8. And okay, and that's been ever since that's been ever since 2009. Yep. Ever since 2009. There's only have been 8 confirmed. Okay? Ever since 2009. He's planning to make 10 books. Okay? 10. He is planning to make 10 books. But motherfucker is officially, he's at 7. The 8th one has been announced to come in by the end of the year. Right? The 8th one's coming at the end of the year, so we know the 8th one is done. But to this day, technicality, we only have 7 books. The 8th one is guaranteed at the end of the year. We're never gonna get a season 2 of Drifters. Let me just crush your dreams right there. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It sucks. I agree. Right? Like, that's also happening to what sounds like George R.R. Martin shenanigans. Well, do you know who's in charge of Drifters, Dan? You know the person who's in charge of Drifters? So, if you don't know, the man that is in charge of Drifters the manga is the same guy who fucking wrote Hellsing. Now, if you don't know what Hellsing is, it's this one. It's the Alcrid gun dark fantasy double gat, the OG. I don't know if I can show you a better video picture. Yeah, it's Hellsing. It's this. It's the guy who made this. Okay? I know this one. Good. So let me tell you the fun fact. In order to get 10 episodes, understand this, 10 episodes, okay? Not even a full season, okay? In order to get 10 episodes, 10, I'm talking about 10 EP. It took him until 2019. I mean, episode 10, 2014, excuse me. In order to get 10 fucking episodes, it took him from 2006 to 2014. It took fucking 8 years to get 10 episodes. And they're all OVAs. After, 1 through 3 was official. Then they ran out of budget, and then 4 through 10 is OVA. Okay? Understand that whatever he makes is a banger. However, it's the slowest fucking manufacturing that's ever known to man. Okay? Because, yeah, in Japan, right? In Japan, it started at 2005. Got an announcement of OVA, Hellsing's coming, hip hip hooray. The first episode was released in 2006. In 2008. In 2009. And the last 3 episodes came in 2012. From 5 to 12. 8 fucking years. 8 fucking years, dude. 8 years. So, imagine it took him 8 years to make this. 8 years to make original Hellsing. For 10 episodes only. You ain't getting no fucking whatchamacallit. You are not getting Drifters for another couple of years. Like, when we get to book 8, we might be able to get chapter, like, another episode or 2. Maybe we might get 1 or 2 episodes. Because if you don't know, we did recently get a couple new episodes of Drifters. We did. We actually did. They're OVA still, so be careful, right? So anime-wise, it all started in October, November, December, December, and then December, and then there's the rewrite, which came in only on DVD, right? So a year fucking later, Chapter 13 came in. And then on the Blu-ray DVD, there's the fucking Chapter 14. And then on DVD, planning to come out at 2018, which it did, The Outlandish Nights. Somebody didn't write the synopsis for it. But understand that the last contact that we had, chat, is in 2018. That's the last anime. 2018. So, let him cook for about another year or two and he'll bust it out. I think by the end of this year, I feel like an episode's coming out. I'm fine with that. Let them cook though. I agree, right? Don't get me twisted. Like every episode you see from them though is a banger. So I genuinely agree, right? Like he might be slow, but everything that comes out is fire. Right? The man is cooking. He is a ready or die manga artist. Right? He is a true pure bangers. It's true, right? Like the man smithing the finest dank and just making it happen. But yeah, that's something I wanted to explain to you. It's gonna be a long ride. We're gonna be in our fucking wheelchairs, but we're gonna be happy with the results. So, let's get back to the main topic at hand, shall we? I got super distracted because Anime Japan made me get distracted. Blame Anime Japan, not me. I'm hyped for all the animes that are come in about 2 months. In about a month, excuse me. So, big hype, big By the way, make sure you hit that follow button because today's a leap year. Why hit that follow button? Because why not? I'm trying to get 800 follower plus, and the best way you can do to support my stream is to hit that like button and follow and subscribe. That's it. It is what it is. Also, 2 live streams coming up. We have live stream number 1, a gacha live stream. I don't know why this is a gacha live stream, Jesus Christ. But March 20th at 7 p.m. The possibility of Mafia and your boy Nobu, Mr. Nobunaga, coming in hot for Ordeal Call Sneak Peek. Simultaneously, we do have an official live stream that is March 24th, which is wild. Everything is gacha? It is. This one's not gacha. We'll be able to see this one. This is the FGO panel that they got 45 minutes on. 30 minutes on, excuse me. 35 minutes on. They'll probably talk about it. Ordeal Call in actuality, chat. It'll probably come on the 29th, I believe. Anything that indicates, right? Because it's specifically the bottom of March, and anything that's bottom of March indicates anything from the 21st to the 30 does it have 31st. So anything within this time limit, they will put a live stream. So I can almost guarantee you on the 20th, right, we're gonna have a live stream that says, hey, events coming out, I hope you're ready. Best case scenario is on the 21st, right? It's on the 21st of March, if not the 22nd. The best news is 22nd. If it's not 22nd, it'll probably be the 29th. The reason why I say this is because these are a Friday. These guys are Friday. These are Friday days. And FGO usually likes to make sure that all the audiences are ready for quote-unquote the new stories on the weekends. This is Foreigner OC, right? What is Foreigner OC? What the hell's Foreigner OC? H2O Freak, what on earth is that? This is Ordeal Call, yes. If you're talking about Ordeal Call, this, understand that Ordeal Call, okay? Understand that Ordeal Call is Lost Belt. The Lost Belt is no more, okay? We don't have any more Lost Belt, chat. The title of FGO Lost Belt is gone. Now it's FGO Ordeal Call. The individual chapters is called Sosho. And Sosho is like a poem or a writing, or you know how angels in the shoot, what was it? Not Leviticus. It's It's the one that talks about future calamities. Revelation. Yeah. You know those Revelation shenanigans? It's like that, right? It's a song. It's whenever they describe angels singing a song or whatnot, it's like that. We're angels, Mr. Bubbles. But yeah, essentially, there's going to be 2 live streams that's coming in before the end of the March, so get your ass ready. Ordeal Call 2 will involve this guy, so get your ass hyped. And we can talk about this guy very soon. I need a couple characters pulled from both, couple characters pulled from a lot of locations. God, my fucking eyes. They're not bleeding. Let's go. How do I get to? I think that's the better term here. Account of Monte Cristo. Is this fake wiki? There we go. Thank you. Thank you. So we got Edmund Dantes. We got what do we got? We can talk about Monica. Alright, let's see. I don't know where to talk about. Well, not where to talk about. I kind of want to have a pretty picture. There's a nice picture that determined the current circumstances that we're going to have. I can't find it. Oh. Well, I guess I can't find it. I'll find it later, Chad. Don't worry about it. But anywho's, we got a lot of bits and pieces from him, which is great. We want sure, we can talk about that one, but we'll talk about it later. Oh, somebody finally realized that home be sus. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Oh. Yo. But anywho, oh, there it is. Nice. That's what I wanted to pick up. All right. So, can we get a silhouette? Let's get that silhouette going. Vampire looking guy? Yes, sir. Vampire mixed with dragon. Okay. Yeah, the snake guy boy. Yes. She's important. She's important. He's important. He's important. He's also important. I don't know when James Moriarty's coming out. I got to write. It's not even like we already know who he is. He fucking named himself. It's Ashiko. There we go. Ashoka O. Ah! Y'all motherfuckers can't read that. So let me change that up. Hit you with a little bit of English. The Ashoka. King Ashoka. So we got 3 pictures, which is good. Put Ashoka in the side so you guys can explain what the hell that is. Okay, chat, before I start going on a rant, any questions so far? I'll BRB, and I will talk about this very soon. It's gonna be exciting. Let me wet me missile. Wet me missile, boy. Yahoo! Fight! Okay, I'm back. I hope you guys got a lot of questions because we're about to answer them. What up, Pyong Lee? Let me bust out some of snackies. I got them snackies, boy. All right. Did you teach us Japanese, Trebs? No, you have to follow my Patreon for a monthly little web kappa. So, here we go. No, I'm just joking. I don't have a Patreon. Don't worry about it, Peony. Anywho. Essentially, we're going to have Ordeal Call 2 very soon. And Ordeal Call 2, the first thing you guys should notice that it is in Japan. It specifically says Japan area. Right? Japan area. A lot of people have speculated at very first because it specifically said Japan area. We had two options, which was Tokyo and Shinjuku. Nasu in the previous, I really want to go back. I hate it because the Nasu diary cannot go back for some godforsaken reason. They purposefully make it so you can't go back. They purposefully stopped you from going back through his notes. So, I'm going to tell you out loud. Nasu specifically stated that the location of this area is Tokyo. And if you don't know, during the Ordeal Call trailer, you do see the word Tokyo float up. Okay? And Tokyo plays a very significant role in locations and existence. Because if you don't know, that's where Prototype happened in 1991. Okay? In 1991, Prototype occurred in Tokyo. And if we are going to have FGO Prototype, we needed a little bit more hint. And do you know the hint that we've got? It's legitimately, right? It's legitimately the character that you've all thought that was not going to be this year's servant. Andromeda. Andromeda is the hint. She is the character. She's legitimately the person that you needed to have to confirm that 90% that Ordeal Call 2 is gonna be Prototype involvement. Because if you don't know who Andromeda is, right? TLDR, Andromeda is a wife of Perseus. And if you do not know who Perseus is one of the few characters that plays a very significant role in Prototype. It's more like, I think, Prototype Fragments. I think it was Fragments, no? I thought it was, he hated his master for being weak, but sympathized with the Magus' plight. Later became good friends with them prior to his death. Ryder fights alone for the one who wished to resurrect his master. No, this is, this is Perseus. Yep, this is Perseus. Essentially, this is Perseus. Yes. The writer of, quote-unquote, Prototype is Perseus. So, essentially, the fact that we got her, his wife, right, almost confirms that we're gonna get a Prototype. That doesn't mean that Perseus is gonna be specifically Ryder, right? Student form kind of cute though. Are we finally getting Arthur? Are we finally getting Arthur and his story through Ordeal Call 2? Maybe Beast Monica? Yes. And then, let me continue here. Maybe we might not have Perseus, right? Not yet, at least. But we're definitely going to have a Prototype scenario where Proto Merlin will come into play and Proto Arthur will come into play and quote-unquote Beast G will come into play, right? Because if you don't know, Sodom and Gomorrah are always pairs to pairs. And that's a fact. And
one of the voice lines that Draco has towards Proto Arthur is that, so you must be the knight that has a holy sword that chases down the beast. However, you're not my however, I'm not your target. What's your true objective is the G side, is it not? Which is Gamora, or something else entirely, if Monica chooses. So, if you don't know as well, Nasu specifically says we're not going to get more beasts out of the blue. We're getting beasts that we've already kind of, like, it's already in the Bible. It's already in the lore. To an extent, it means that, yeah, if you guys don't know by now, Sodom and Gomorrah always comes in hand, and as in pair, so therefore we're going to get Gomorrah. We're going to get another beast class. Whether that beast is going to be a beast class, most likely, just because, you know, Lolly and beast class apparently sells, so they definitely want to do that because, you know, money. Monica becoming a beast and becoming available to summon will twist a lot of shit up. And Ordeal Call 2 is starting in the bottom side of March. Bottom side of March is anything from the 21st of March to the 31st of March. Those specific 10 days at the bottom. So, don't be surprised that if we get it on the 22nd or the 29th. Remember, those are Fridays. That's kind of the reason why I specifically stated it. We'll learn more about the due dates, scenarios, servants, XYZ on the 20th and the 24th. So I hope you guys are ready for it. It's 31st of March. That's what I think. I mean, it could be, right? It's at the bottom of March. And they can, quote-unquote, keep it to the very end, which is 31st of March, which would be pretty funny. But low-key, I don't want to, I don't want to play Ordeal Call 2 on Monday, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't let me play Ordeal Call on Monday, man. I'm gonna start singing, Monday left me broken. I see Japanese area written in the katakana. Yes, it's written in katakana, aka it is the Japanese spelling for English things. So you practically spell everything in that format of all foreign things, or anything that is special. We get a Monica Persuado servant in OC? Why are we getting a Monica Persuado servant? Just slap a beast class in her. Just slap fucking Gomorrah in her. And, yeah, you'll have a beast class. There's just no, like, possibility of Monica not being the beast, right? The Ordeal 2 twist surprise will be that Proto Merlin is going to be a beast. But that's already been pre-confirmed in Arcade and pre-confirmed by other things that she is technically the beast of the planet due to the sheer fact that her concept, right, is infinity and lasting forever after, right? Instead of Merlin, which he accepts the end and he accepts what happens, but at the same time, he does regret, you know, OG Arthur's shenanigans. So if he has the possibility to change things around, he'll able to do it. We're going to get Beast Merlin. Let's go. Proto Beast Merlin. But at the same time, I don't know how involved Proto Merlin's going to be. And that's where the where the Nasu twist comes into play, right? Because if you already don't know, you should be already sus of Lady Avalon, aka Merlin. She's Proto Merlin. The sheer fact that she's acting like a pretender is questionable shit, right? And if you ask her why she's a pretender, she'll give you all the bullshit, including Summer. Saying that, you know, like, the reason why I'm the way it is because I'm pretending to be blah, blah, blah.
and it's working, I guess. Merlin Among Us, yes. And what I'm trying to say is that if they want to add a twist, they'll add Lady Merlin, Lady Proto Merlin's Beast twist, right? But essentially, going back to Prototype, we're going to be dealing with the clash of Draco and Monica. So, ironically, in a weird way, we might actually get a Draco banner sooner than we thought. If Draco answers to our call. In a weird way, it can happen. This is the sheer fact that we're about to go to Tokyo. It is confirmed to be Tokyo, just because if we have the database, right? If anybody goes back to a time machine of Nasu's website, right, in journal and whatnot, go back to his diary, he specifically says it's not Shinjuku, it's Tokyo. So it is specifically in the Tokyo area, and Tokyo area equals Prototype. Prototype equals Proto Merlin, which equals Proto Arthur, which also equals Proto Gil. So who fucking knows how long this ordeal call is going to be and how many servants that are new that we're going to get, right? It's going to be exciting. At the same time, we have the man in question. The man in the question, right? A scaly man with rubbles, pendants, XYZ. He will be our main sauce. Right? He's going to be our main source. He's going to be the main bad guy. He is essentially the Count. And if you don't know, we've encountered, or we at least heard of the Count once. Additional time besides the main story. Ironically, it's in the Samurai Remnant collab. If you played Ordeal Call, if you played everything, there is a dialogue difference between LB 5.5 clear and not finishing 5.5. By finishing 5.5, the girl, aka Ushi Gozen, right, aka Alter Mama Raiko, she specifically says that this person, the mastermind behind all this, is Count. The reason why we kind of have Shosetsu is because of the Count. Now, the origin of Shosetsu is a bit different, but the reason why Shosetsu is in the quote-unquote singularity is because of the Count. Right? You guys saw the quote-unquote Nightmare Harlem scenario of Ascension 1, quote-unquote, Yoi Shusetsu robots, right? We all loved it, don't lie. But, he's apparently an alchemist, right? It's very peculiar. This has been mentioned, and I'm really glad that they took a screenshot of this and put a side-by-side comparison. Because Abigail, God, I can't remember. It's like, during one of the interviews, it's either interlude, during one of the interlude, or, I can't remember exactly where this was. But Abigail specifically talks about a few things. Abigail specifically states that this person has 14 jewels on him. After having 14 colored rocks, right? He burned everything as a fire king. And if you don't know what a Fire King is, right? It's either Zurong. Yeah, it's either Zurong or Chongli. Yeah, Chongli. Chongli. There we go. Right, if you guys don't know what that means, it's a Zurong or Zhongli. Essentially, it is an alternative version in describing the young emperor and the yellow emperor. However, it records a suspicion of part of Daigu Ganjin and Haijin Ganjin, which were written last. Some source says there's some sort of principle early in Chinese myths about Chinese dose of Nua, which is the heavens, and the Gong and the Great Flood. Chinese mythology in the past believed to be the least functional recording history. Thus, in the study historical Chinese culture, many stories have been told regarding the character events that have been written or told in distant past as a double tradition. One tradition which presents historic sized and one which represents more mythological side. This is also true in the case of Zhongrong, because in Sima Quan's records of the Grand Historian, Zhongrong is portrayed as the historical person who held the governmental office in the Ministry of Fire. Zhongrong is also said to be the son of Gao Yang, which is known as that, which means the sky god. Again, more behind historic cities, behind blah blah blah, blah blah blah, Emperor of China. Had a son, which is called Gun, who fathered Yu the Great. The imperial clan of the Xin dynasty claimed that the descendants of blah 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 blah. But here's the thing. Shanjing represents Zhou as a son of father who name translates to play with pots. Who turns into representation of son of father whose name translates to skillful pot. Described as having a square top upon his head. General introduction to analogy. Hawks uses the observational bolster his speculation significantly relationship between archive, blah 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 blah. And you might be thinking, what does that mean, right? Fire King or Hell King, it could be the same. It could be, right? This also has interesting circumstances because this is just the god of fire in South. It could be also Enma, it could be X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. The whole point is he has 14 jewels, right? After having 14 jewels, he will become a Fire King and burn them all, right? Do we have the actual fucking 4 silhouettes of the servants, by the way? Do we have all 4 silhouettes? Because he specifically says that 立ち寄るシルエットに向かって左下に赤、青、黄色、緑の4つの石があってシルエットの緑柄にイラストもある。左下の4つはそれぞれの字を書かれているんだけど全部で石が14個あったりしないよね。ちょっと心配になった。ただの飾りじゃない。飾りなら良いのだけど14個あるいは13の石。アーケードの版の岩窟王は13の秘宝と言っていた。 英雄伝館で1個を消失させたならば、宝後、石が消える感触があったということと、この身に吸血鬼のヴァンパイアのような必要な存在として生まれ変わることでもなければ、黒い炎を発しすることはもうないだろうというようなことを言っていた。第2章のソーション2のイラストキャラクターの前髪についているのは1個だから、もしあの石だったら13個かもしれない。So essentially, I can't remember, right? Abigail specifically states about the Fire King. Fire King, which specifically has 14 rocks in its body, and after they crush it, they all burn. We know for a fact that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8, and then he has 1 in the whatchamacallit, right? 1 in his hair bands around here. So that's about 9. Speculation tells that he might actually hide 4 more. In technicality, Abigail states, right, that you need to have 14. What the fuck is 14? Abigail states it's actual 14. Interestingly enough, right, during the conversation, and if you guys have ever read the Monte Cristo, right, the King of the Caverns of the Edmond Dante's Monte Cristo short story, aka drama log, right? During these circumstances, Edmond Dantes actually burned one of his crystals. And he specifically stated when burning around his crystals, saying that he felt my body burning. I highly doubt that unless my body becomes a vampiric-like superhuman existence, I do not think I can procure, aka produce, more jet black flames anymore. So, interestingly enough, right? It's very strange that for this man specifically to already have 9 out of 14 minus 1. So I'm just gonna put 9 out of 13, okay? Because he burned one during, assuming, this is an assumption within an assumption, that assuming this person is the right person, if this person did burn a quote-unquote jewel, aka one of these things, right? It is assumed that somewhere in his body, right? Somewhere in his body, there's roughly about 4 more jewels indicated. God knows where. One could be here, one could be here, one could be here, one could be here. You know, it is what it is. So, simultaneously, you must understand what the Valentine Day event was trying to tell you guys. The Valentine event in Japan that we just had, aka the Valentine's event of Beyond, Chocolate River and its Beyond, right? Specifically talks about, I don't know if they'll show him. I might have to just go to writer class and show him. Yeah, I think I'd just rather go to... I'm gonna show you Columbus, and essentially Columbus was a Columbus played a very significant character role, and kind of in a way told us what's to come, which is awesome. Thank you. There we go. So if you don't know, in this specific event in Japan, if you do not know who this guy is, in chat, tell me who this guy is. Do Do you guys know the real name of this person? Going once, going twice, and 3 times, you are out. And so, to kind of give you guys the spoilers, he is, yes, Yuna, you are quite correct. He is the Riverman. He is, was it Kane? I forgot what his fucking name is. He's the ferryman from the underworld. Forgot his fucking name. Charon. There we go. Charon? Karon? Yeah, Koron. Essentially, this is it. He is essentially the, he carries the souls of who have been given, who has been given a funeral rite across the river of Styx and Acheron, right, which is a river, right? Styx is also a part of a river, which separates the world of the living and the dead. Archaeology confirms that in some burials, low-value coins were placed in or on or near the mouth of the deceased or next to the cremation urn containing their ashes. It has been taken to confirm that at least some aspect of Charon's mytheme are reflected in some Greek and Roman funeral practices, for else that the coin function as a vata victim, aka sacrifice, right? Like a symbol of essentiality, of astonishing, of sick or sin. Anything that, it's an item that you can bring to the soul's journey. Poem specifically says the dead who could not pay the fee and those who could not receive no funeral rites have to wander near the shores of the Styx for 100 years before they were allowed to cross that said river. And Charon is some of the people who ferried living mortals like Athenians, right? AKA Aeneas. Aeneas? I can't. You know who this fucking guy is. He is essentially the son of the Trojan prince, okay? He was one of the few Trojan hero. And Hercules, you know Hercules. He is responsible for sending these people into the underworld and back. Okay, he is the man who was responsible to carry two heroes, right? Two great heroes, from death and back. This was him. Okay. Where the fuck did I put him in? This was who he was. Charon was Columbus. It's essentially what happened was, interestingly enough, it's best to describe it to you through the actual event. You know how fondues work? Chat, do you know how a fondue work? I don't know how to explain it, so I have to show it to you. You know how these these little fondue action, you see this shit right here? Look at that. It's very important. Do you see how this works? It's a strawberry dipped in chocolate, right? And interestingly enough, this is a hint that we're probably going to get very soon on a couple of other characters that we're going to meet along the way in Ordeal Call 2. Is that, think of the strawberry as the OG Saint Craft. Right? Think of the strawberry as the OG Saint Craft. And the chocolate, the chocolate that you dip, right? Whenever you get your chocolate and you dip it into the chocolate, that layer of chocolate is unknown. Right? Unknown variant. It is, it's being X, right? The unknown variant. Essentially, what Nasu is going to tell you is that some of the characters might get rewritten. Some of the characters might get coded in by something else entirely. Like, for an example, him, right? Because in the description of providing Charon, right? If you look at Charon, apparently his appearance and demeanor describes the following. Charon is depicted in the art of ancient Greece, and Attic fernery vases of 5th and 4th century of BC are often decorated with the scenes of the dead boarding Charon's boat. On the earlier vase, he looks like a rough, unkempt Athenian seaman dressed in reddish brown, holding his freeman's pole in his right hand and using his left hand to receive the dead. Hermes sometimes stands by in his role as psychochampon. On the later vases, Charon is given more kindly and refined demeanor. In the Virgil describes him as a manning his rusted colored skiff. In the course of the Descendant of the Underworld, he states the following. The Charon stands who rules the Jerry coast. The Saurid god, down from his hairy chin, a length of a beard of descents, uncombed, unclean, his eyes like hollow furnaces of fire, a griddle foul with grease, binds his obscene attire. Other Latin author describes Charon among so as old man clad in foul garb, with haggard cheeks and unkempt beard, a fierce ferryman who guides his craft with a long pole. Right? And in a weird twist, this works, right? But they put a hyperplot FGO convenience, right? That because Columbus allowed Charon to take over his body, he had one condition, right? Charon was okay wearing a scrapped robe, like, you know, those little cloths, like really thin sheet of cloth. But Columbus said, if you're going to use my body, it's A, going to cost you, and B, you're gonna be staying in style. That is why he looks the way he looks here versus the explanation that he's supposed to be unclean, he's supposed to be hollow, he's supposed to be griddled, foul with grease, fine with his obscene attire, right? But there is some FGO conveniences there, and the OG Columbus specifically stated that if you're going to represent my body, you're going to be, you know, quote unquote, you're going to look good doing it. So that's kind of the reason why he looks the way he is, which is pretty cool. And yes, in a weird way, chocolate covered servants is going to be more of a thing, but not in the way that you're thinking, right? And that's the whole concept of this entire well, I wouldn't say a whole concept. It's kind of like a warning, right? It's not a new gimmick that we've seen before, but essentially a gimmick of how a Persuado servant can be something else while it has a very familiar portrait to have a saint graph of X, Y, and Z, right? So that means that there is now a possibility of a contamination on every OG saint graph. To an extent, right? It has to match the circumstances in order for this to work, right? Way to release new character while also re-releasing old popular characters, in my opinion. In a way, right? In a way. And it's also awesome because this is the first time that Columbus never betrays us, right? And in a weird way, because this is not Columbus. This is not Columbo. This is not Columbus, right? This is Charon. And because it's Charon, he never betrayed us. A lot of people still thought to him that there was something wrong with him because it was part of Columbus. And in a weird way, an agreement was made so that Charon took over Columbo, right? Columbo for a short period of time, right? AKA until the singularity is cleared out, right? So if that is possible, chat, right? If that is possible, what would make this guy then right? What would make this guy? Because if you don't know, there are many questions that we need to figure this out. 100%. Give me a second. I'm trying to find a silhouette. I don't know if I can find a silhouette. Yeah, we still got that boss shit and blah, blah, blah. And this guy actually makes sense in a weird way, right? Because remember, the concept that we go back to is the OG Saint Graph dipped with unknown variant. This is the perfect example that I want to talk to you about. This guy. This guy is a perfect example, right? Because the OG Saint Graph might actually be Solomon, aka Romani Akaman. But the person who is inhabiting this craft or OG body might not actually be Romania Common, which you should already know by now, which you should already guessed by now, right? This is a 100% Gotea. It's Gotea slash King of Man. In technicality, he's going to be called a King of Man due to the fact that Solomon doesn't exist. Because Solomon doesn't exist, Gotea doesn't technically exist as well. But essentially, King of Man was part of Gotea in an extent because of the last exchange that we had during the final battle during Season 1. Remember the 10-ring battle? Remember the last-ditch effort that the King of Man did to fight us, right? That where we had to survive 10 rings of his bullshit in order for us to beat him, or just, you know, kill him outright. To make fair, they did that a lot in the earlier game when they used in-game servants to represent other historical figures. Well, no, I understand it perfectly, right? And you're talking about Agartha, you're talking about Shinjuku, you're talking about mostly Agartha. Right, yeah, it's mostly Agartha. And like I said to you guys, Agartha is very important, and that concept hasn't been played in a bit, right? And now it's coming back. Remember how Hercules, technically it's the Saint Graph of Hercules, but Megalus came into play, therefore it's not our Hercules, but it had a Saint Graph of a Megalos, which was a completely big boy that we had to deal with. We also had Captain Drake be completely somebody else. Miss Drake completely being somebody else entirely. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan was Wu-Tang Clan, so there was actually no difference between it, right? The best example is to give you guys a Drake. Francis Drake's alternative outfit. I can't remember what her name was. If you can remember her name, do let me know. It's Doubt. That's right, it's Doubt. She is exactly like that, right? You see how Columbus became Charon. She's technically not the first one. Technically, the first one was Captain Drake being Doughtu. And Doughtu was a completely different thing. And so, that begs the possibility of Dante's actually having this similar effect during the time of Tokyo area 1991. I don't know if it's exactly going to be in 1991, but he's going to play a significant role. I genuinely do not know how he's going to play a significant role. However, the man is fucking around with concepts of galaxy. He is also fucking around with the concepts of homunculus. And he is also constantly fucking around the concept of, what's the word? just trying to figure shit out to Empire. Is that Vampire Roa? We can talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about that. Now that you mention that, we can definitely talk about that. Can it be Roa? It actually can be. However, we actually don't know who's inside of him, right? Because in a weird, if you guys have a possibility, if you guys have any possibility, chat, give me the silhouette. I need the silhouettes, chat. Give me the silhouettes of this year. I don't know where to find it. I can't remember where the fuck all the silhouettes went. Is this Dante from Divine Comedy, though? Dante Inferno? It could happen, too, as well. Understand that there's going to be 2 different Dantes coming in for sure. 100%. That's almost a guarantee. Yeah, because in here, right, there is a Gankzo. 今見た今年のシルエットに見た人物見ながらダンテに似た気合を感じをする. So there's 2 people, right? There's one that has a dragon scale, which everybody and their mom thinks it's Roa. But there's another one, right? There's actually another one that looks like Dante. I genuinely cannot fucking find the silhouette, which is making me angry. But it is what it is. If you guys can give me the silhouette of this year. Because remember, we had a silhouette, right, chat? I don't know if I can find it. Perhaps the mountain has it. My boy always saves and busts out fun stuff, so I believe in his amazing work. I hope that he can get me the right answer. This is summer event. What the hell? Valentine's Day. Before Valentine's Day, please. New Year's CE. December 29th. No, he didn't give me the silhouette. No, doing. No, and then, yeah, there is the quote-unquote whatchamacallit. Side of a beach. Chad, side of a beach. If you guys have a silhouette, right? If you guys can give me the silhouette from this year, right? The 2024 silhouette, it will be greatly appreciated. Because I don't know where the fuck the silhouette is. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is very difficult to traverse through all this shit. Kaku, Banyan, Natsune, Shashin, Shakras Dameji, Farakan, the Chuet, the Shot, the system by the enemy. B stoic and the very request to cross suspense advanced skill regards you command the code passive corride hunting the download the kaiho motion mente up. Damn it. I don't know where the hell it is, boy. We gotta bring out the whole ocean. Give me permission. I got it. Okay. There you go. Got 60 seconds. Edit, huh? At least you can always rely on Reddit to have some silly things. There we go. So TLDR, the servant in questioning is here and here. The The reason why we talk about it like that is because specifically if you see it right here, chat, these are the specific servants that is going to play Ordeal Call 2 specifically. This, I don't know what this is. I'm assuming that's Yamato, and if that's Yamato, that's really a cop-out. If that's not Yamato, that might actually be Shu. I have no clue. But anywho, thank you so much, Power. Appreciate that. But as you can see, the same outfit look-alike kind of comes into play whenever it comes to Dante's. So right here, a lot of people that he could be Count of Monte Cristo, right? Count of Monte Cristo could be a thing. At the same time, he is a Count of Monte Cristo, the King of Caverns. He actually could be the King of Caverns because the Dante's in the story, right? If you guys do not know, the Dante's great story is the Count of the Monte Cristo. He is essentially represented as the King of the Cavern, Edmond Dantes. And TLDR, what happens is the King of the Cavern of the Edmond Dantes actually booty blasts a very specific character, which is a dead apostle. The dead apostle of Mikhail Roa Vlad Vinjong. As you can clearly see, he has red eyes, has to like his hairstyle, and he's a very Christianic man. And if this didn't give you a vibe of, hey, this guy looks a bit familiar, because it is. Because there's a high chance of a possibility that this fuckboy might actually be the person that we are looking for. Because as you can see, there are key details that you can kind of go over. A, his fucking eyes. His eyes are red, and if you remember, Roa has his... Oh, not Dead Apostle, you stupid bitch. Roa has his eyes red. Simultaneously, he likes to put things in the hair in a weird bun or like very tight-knit structure, right? He too also like his hair, at least the quote-unquote ponytail side, in a tight-knit structure. Simultaneously, Tarantera. Tarantera is essentially the Roa, right? Michelangelo Roa Valamanjon is the true name of who he is. And the man looks very demeaning, right? Look at him. Look at him how he be. What I be. And fun fact, in Tsukihime, he looks like this. He looks like this in Tsukihime, okay? And then in the Tsukihime remake, it'll be looking like these, alright? And then Fate Grand Order. Ironically, it says Fate Grand Order, but it only applies to the Tales of the Heroic Spirit lore, which is the King Cavern of the Edmond Dantes. Transition character profile, stories of the lore, official concept art for Tarantula, by Roto Usagi Uegi. Yeah, he is called Mihairu Roa Bardamuyoan. And Mihairu, right, he is the main antagonist. And ironically, chat, he's a fucking dead apostle. And within Fate World, he does not have his fate meeting with Alfred Burstyn. He followed his plan for reincarnation, most recently being born as Tarantera in the 1800s. While still becoming a dead apostle as part of his plan, he had deteriorated mystery compared to his counterpart and lacked the power to be equated to the status of the 27th dead apostle ancestors that he currently obtained in the Tsukihime world. Because if you technically do not know, Roa is actually very powerful. Mihail Roa is very powerful. Roa's original appearances is of a priest man. His eyes is the indication of red. That's kind of always the big thing, that if you look at him, his eyes are always red. I don't know why, but his eyes are always red. And that's the important part. Look, his eyes is always red. So, his eye is red. that's kind of the easy theory that you can kind of have thrown at it and be like, oh, his eyes is red, therefore he's Roa. It's a plausible cause. When Tsukihime come into NA, I think they shared, didn't it? Didn't they announce that shit? But anywho, moving on. Roa can take over bodies. It's just a thing. He has a infinite reincarnator, aka he is called the Serpent of Akasha, right? And if you got Ashoka, we got Akasha, things are about to fucking line up. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys don't know what a infinite Akasha means, TLDR, he has an infinite regenerator, which means that he refers to his ability to constantly reincarnate after entering Akasha, the root of everything within the universe, no matter how many times he dies. Essentially, he has a connection to Gaia. Essentially, he has a connection to Gaia. Therefore, his 15th reincarnation is known as Elysia, and his 17th reincarnation is known as Shiki. And it is what it is. Born in the late 15th century, a wealthy family, Roa was blessed with child and loved by all. Instead of inheriting his father's land, he decided to join the church. He loved people, not as humans, but as collective, and so resolved to record their deeds. One day, he realized he lacked the time to record everything. His life too short to satisfy his needs to learn and know everything. The more he continued his work, the more desperate and despair he grew. As a result, he needed to not become human. He needed to become eternal by becoming a vampire. He relinquished the burial agency to the ancestor of Narabak, also called at the Narabak, who told him that she accept his decisions and understand that it is his first step towards completing his magicraft theory. When she speculates that he'll maybe be done in about 100 years, he corrects her, saying that he'll be able to complete it in 10 years and then become a target for Inquisition already. Narvik found it hard to believe, but he insisted that to become powerful vampire, you just have to be bitten by the most powerful one. Somewhere around the cycle of Alfred's duties of killing demon lords, Roa tricked her into drinking his blood, causing her to go haywire. After killing all the true ancestors who raised her, she regained her sanity and then locked herself up in the Millennium Castle. After that, she formed a new cycle where every time Roa is reincarnated, she would visit the world outside the castle, punish him, and return to sleep. Roa convinced Volve, right? He's another very important character, the Volve of the Archangel, to kill Zyra Offbun, and lied about how the blood of a true ancestor would save the knight's life, seeming to steal away the past 220 years away from Volve, resulting in the knight developing a deep hatred for Roa and a desire for revenge against him. Because, I don't know if we get a picture of him. Okay. So yeah, he got booty blasted. It was unfortunate. He's very pissed. And then one day, Roa and Neverl Chaos had a discussion about immortality, with Chaos asking him about his answer to the question to eternal life. Chaos was impressed at the Roa that finding the wandering sea that they've met in, but Roa praises him back for his 800-year-old still functioning magicraft. Chaos asks Roa about what happened in the North Sea, but Roa says it can wait for now. There's someone who wants to help with capturing. At the point, Roa met Kira Kishoi. If you don't know who that is, that's Kiara. If you don't know that's Kiara, it's fucking her. If you don't know Kiara, it's Kiara. If you don't know fucking Kiara, it's you know, there's a fucking psycho pussy bitch. You know what it is. Roa's 15th incarnation became Elysia, later known as CL, born in Sceaux in the family remote village in France 100 years after the 14th reincarnation. 14th reincarnation, blah, blah, blah. It'll spoil a lot of shit, so I'm going to skip here, blah, 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 blah. Roa's form varies upon the body that he is currently inhabiting, but he is able to change it some degree to suit his preferences. The longer the hairstyle Roa initially appears with, more closely resembling to his design in the original Tsukihime, is a result of the linger influence of his host body. Roa's clothing is nearly identical to the original design, with one can only change an addition of the brown leather belt with a silver cross-shaped buckle instead. His white dress of the shirt is now silver cross-shaped and cufflinks as well. In El's body, he forges any clothing save for a fur-trimmed black coat with a high collar and a red pattern base of his magic crest on his inside. His original body, Roa had a long blonde hair he wore in a ponytail and red eyes. He wore a standard executioner's uniform with a long coat and golden cross around his neck and a small circular glasses. Now, let's go back to this. What did this motherfucker just explain, right? He had a long blonde hair that he wore in a ponytail and red eyes. Well, two things checks off very nicely. Ponytail, red eyes, right? Two coincidences. It happened. He wore a standard executioner's uniform with a long coat and a gold cross across his neck and small circular glasses. Now, the circular glasses part's very hard to see because we don't even know if that's, if that shit's visible. Because we barely have any incidents, ideas, X, Y, and Z and whatnot. But from like the sidelines and the side turns, and the very smart way, right, is that they purposefully covered his navel. And the reason why they covered his navel, chat, is to cover if they have been wearing shit around their neck or not, right? Because if they're wearing something around their neck, you would instantly know right off the bat, right? So, they purposefully hid it. And the quote-unquote long coat and a golden crest across his neck and a small circular glasses. A lot of the Roa doesn't have glasses. The OG usually have glasses. And it is a very skin-tight clothing, right? Very skin-tight clothing. And it's representation of red. I genuinely believe that this could be definitely Roa, right? And the question is, if it's Roa, whose body is he hosting? Right? Because if you don't know, every time Roa is reincarnated, he is technically hosting into he's like a fucking parasite, right? He essentially goes in. He is an invader. He hosts into somebody else's body. He essentially takes control of them. He essentially, right, chat, watch this shit. He essentially paints them over, right? He paints them over like a chocolate strawberry fondue, right? That's kind of the reason why that you guys need to understand. He's Venom. In a way, he is. He really is. And this explains the event, right, to an extent. The chocolate-covered strawberries, the quote-unquote, the Columbus, right, wasn't really Columbus. He was actually Tron. Fucking, what's his name? Charon. And Charon was essentially borrowing, aka using the body of Columbus in order to fix a hole, right, which was a chocolate, right? It was a chocolate seismic hole that was trying to become an underground, which is very fascinating too, because of the concept of the underground is very needed because data goes underground, right? You need a trash pile, okay? And whenever you use RAM whenever you use files, whenever you use anything, everything requires aka following things, right? It's material, consumption of the material, and then compost, the MCC. It's material, combustion, then compost. Whatever, right? Like, it's essentially, this is the cycle of life. This also equals modern magic. This also equates to modern magic as well in the body of FGO, because magic in the modern era is meant to be consumption, right? It's consumption. It's consumption at its fine core, right? Because in the old magic, aka the Ages of the God magic, was not all about consumption, but actually circulation, right? It's essentially using things as it is, how it is, and cycle of life, right? It's it made impossible things possible, but also it revolves around a said cycle that did not consume in order to produce magic, right? Because it was like a blessing. It was like a using said authorities, X, Y, and Z, right? And so, could Charon be a servant, or is he too OP to appear? It depends on his fighting style, right? Because remember, Charon is a boat rider. So what he can do is he can probably drag you into hell, right? And that will be very fascinating to see. I wouldn't say he's OP, but he'll definitely be like a formidable foe against anything that's like, he's definitely anti-dead, anti-ghost, right? Because he is the one who carries them to the destination. He could definitely be anti-humanoid as well, but at the same time, he doesn't really have any hate towards humanity. So I kind of saying that is not fair to him, in my honest opinion. Because Charon, Charon definitely is kind of a person who, would definitely do some next level thing. Could it be some kind of Merlin shenanigans that he's kind of alive? Charon's a complicated character for sure. Because I don't really know about it in the FGO lore too much, right? Because the only reason that why he was in this event, the chocolate event that you guys should be farming 90 plus and having, bonus additional points to, the reason for that is because he wanted to destroy the singularity as well. He kind of asked like Noah, right? Like in a weird way, right? How Noah technically inhabited Nemo, and because he had inhabited Nemo, he used Nemo as a host to sleep until the right time and the right places come, which was to open the Ark of Covenant, aka bust out the Ark, to save us protags. To save us protags. Ooh, piece of candy. Plumber Charon. In a weird way, he was, right? He was actually summoned to solve this plumbing problem, because the chocolate hell was actually trying to be Chocolate Hill, right? The indication of a fake hell was trying to become a real hell was a big problem. Because in the current world of FGO that we are living in now, chat, fake can be real if pushed through. And in everything from LB1 all the way to LB7 kind of proves that point, if we push it through and we acknowledge it, which is the most scariest thing of all. And in a weird way, you also got to understand that in FGO currently, every person is a galaxy. There we go. So every person is a fucking galaxy. Danger Creamy! You're in a quite the dangerous place, my friend, indeed. However, we are currently talking about FGOs and magics and whatnot. So, be careful. And once again, thank you so much for the subscriber, Reno Cappuccino. Can we get some salutes in the chat? Bust out the salute. Big priest for supporting my stream. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Yeah, I see a title. I know reading stream title. What a rare ability you see. I'm just, letting you know. And like I said, thanks for resubbing, my friend. Hope you're doing swellsies. We are kind of talking about big dick spoilers, so do be careful, because from here on out, we'll probably be spoiling hella hard. He comes up with an excellent point, right? Essentially, in a weird way, right? In a very weird way. This thing that we fought during the Fate Samurai Remnant collab, right? Which is the monster. Which is, it looks like a Lost Belt, does it not? And it looks like a Lost Belt tree. Yeah. And remember, this Lost Belt tree is made up of the corpses of... Sorry, I got distracted, chat. Yeah, the corpses of this Lost Belt tree is made up out of Yui Shoset's clones, right? A mega fuck ton of her clones essentially gathered together to become the fucking tree. Okay? You guys with me so far? Okay, let's continue. So, in FGO, we have to say we now identified and confirmed, right? It's Lost Belt equals Galaxy. It's not one-to-one, but that possibility has been proven over and over, right? Galaxy Andromeda, Galaxy Milky Way, Galaxy X, Y, and Z. Every single Lost Belt, to an extent that we had to physically defeat, had a galaxy name embedded in its title, right? Some person specifically stated that the Lost Belt tree is nothing more than fake, right? It is a con copy. It is a not a true thing. However, what we see in front of us that's covered in red, right? This is what's covered in red. Is still in technicality, if this is a Lost Belt wannabe, right? In technicality, if this is a Lost Belt wannabe, that this Lost Belt represents a galaxy, and in a FGO slash Fate slash Type Moon logic, right? Type Moon logic specifically states, right? Type Moon logic specifically states that one single human body is equivalent to the mystery of a small cosmetic space, right? It's the small cosmos. One single body represents a small cosmos. It's ironic because the mentions and the hints and a lot of those type was kind of mentioned during
Space Ishtar event, right? During the quote-unquote, during Saber Wars 2, right? Where they didn't specifically say a human body equals small galaxy. They kind of went more of a baby, dumbed-down approach and saying, oh, by the way, Space Ishtar, aka Astorato, equals its own fucking galaxy. Right? Astorato equals our own fucking galaxy itself. And this is represented by one of the I guess we don't get to see that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the quote-unquote this one, right? This one literally is just like a miniature form, but remember, there was a form upside down. Yeah, there's a form upside down that specifically stated that booty blast. By the way, are we plotting another foreign god incident with these new trees, though? Yes and no, right? In a weird way, I sincerely believe that he's creating an experiment, I think. He's trying to experiment that what if a single person can create a galaxy, which aka a single person can create a Lost Belt, right? So, in a weird way, if they want to get rid of Kadok, they can dissect Kadok and turn him into a galaxy. And in a weird way, right, somebody has already been done that. Somebody has been dissected already. In a weird way. And do you guys remember who the fuck that is, chat? Somebody has been dissected already. Is Olga? Yes, Olga has been dissected. Now, if you want to talk about the 6.5 endings, that's also possibilities as well. The 6.5 endings have it has a very significant role and needs a significant explanation, but it does not require me to talk about it in order to explain the circumstances, because I want to focus on Olga, because Olga also too got dissected. Remember, in the Lost Room anime chat, remember there is a specific scene where Olga is butt naked and hands pulling out of her intestines, taking things out. Severe hands going in and ripping her from the inside out, from outside in. Remember that? If you guys don't remember it, it's the battle after when she summoned Ishtar and like a couple other things. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah. And in a weird way, right? In a weird way, right? Just understand this and follow my thought process. This is red. This is red. This is homunculus. This is not quote unquote real human. And also, in a weird way, we had 7 Lost Belt. Don't forget David. Oh, that's true. David's, well, David's a special case.
David was also different. That's true. That's true. David definitely was a bit different. In a weird way, I think in a weird way, David, because David existed, I think Caddock's lost belt kind of got dudded. Because I think it was RNG. I think the lost belt was RNG, and I believe Caddock got lucky enough / unlucky enough that his lost belt was a dud. What about David's father? David's father got eviscerated, right? He essentially exited the world due to the flashing light. He didn't get dissected. He didn't get taken away. However, right? However, interesting part as well in that circumstances is that it left David alone, and it only took Dad. But David was never the same. It's almost as if David got chocolate covered, right? Chocolate coated with something else entirely. I can't find a picture. There we go. He got isekai though? In a weird way, he might have. But at the same time, he hasn't. Right? Because it was a flash of light, and after the flash of light, he even realizes himself that he wasn't fucking himself anymore. Because everything changed. He understood everything. He didn't understand that he started to get everything no problem. It's almost as if a chocolate-covered layer went across his soul and fucking smeared over him. Right? Because he was still the same, right? His conviction still found true. Wanted to be the hero of the story. Wanted to be a good guy. Wanted to be a person that does the helping. But he was so cruel, so heartless, so empathetic. I think that's the right word, right? Very empathetic. And because he's very empathetic, he... the only thing that kind of kept him together was his conviction. And that's why, in a weird way, Tezuka Toripoka welcomed David with open arms. Because after the shit he's all been through, he still was a warrior to the very end. So he welcomed him. And I like the fact that he's like hinting at that, like he's taking a rest, right? He's taking a break right now. Even though in actuality, that is a quote-unquote permanent break. It's a full isekai plus the alchemist door kind of thingy. I mean, who knows, right? We actually don't know what happens to David. We only know the perspective of David. So, like, I can't give you a thought process because that's... From there, that's all Nasu juice right there. Only Nasu can produce that. I know I've been all over the place, and I sincerely do apologize. So let me just kind of condense it down, right? A little TLDR. Ordeal Call 2 is happening very soon. Whether it's the 22nd of March or the 29th of March, we don't know. But it's coming very soon. Ordeal Call is going to involve, most likely, the mastermind of Roa. We don't know why, we don't know how, but most likely Roa is going to be involved. Whether we get the Count of Monte Cristo or not is a copium at its finest, but there is a silhouette with a interesting hat. So we might get Roa servant and a quote-unquote another servant that is, it could be Count of Monte Cristo. It could be Edmond Dantes. It could be King of Caverns. Or it could be the author of Edmond Dantes plus something else mixed in, right? It's not entirely alter ego style, but essentially it's the body and the embodiment of Dantes, but somebody else taking over, just like Charon, right? Like, just like Charon, just like Adut from Drake, just like Megalos from Hercules. So I wouldn't be surprised that the silhouette that we see here, everybody thinks that it's Dante. It might look, act like a Dante, but it actually could be somebody else entirely. Low key, this could be Holmes, and I'm not going to be surprised, and it'll be funny as fuck if that's the case, right? Who fucking knows? Anything is possibility. But we are guaranteed to get a Roa-like character and a Dante-like character for sure. On top of that, the location specifically states that we are going to be in Tokyo, so the clash between a Beast G and Beast S, by the way, she's G, she's S, is inevitable. So if they are going to cook something, they're going to cook the rivalry between these two. If not, they're going to cook the love story / psycho bitch story about her, right? Like, in a weird way. Because understand that Monica, before she met in a weird way, Arthur is a sole responsibility that this psycho bitch became who she is. But you can't really blame OG Arthur, aka Proto Arthur, because he was just being nice and being a servant, being a fucking, you know, a knight of the round table. Because if the bug, right, if the bug called love didn't infiltrate Monica's brain cells and her soul, she would actually be a soulless, useless, OP-ass corpse that legitimately did not give a fuck about anything, right? And she still would have been very powerful. She would have been very powerful. She would have been very strong. She didn't give two fucks about anything. She had a quote-unquote seraph, right? She has the seraph crest. And if you don't know what a seraph crest is that the shit that's in her chest, representing 6 wings, 3 top, 3 down? No, 2 top, 2 down, excuse me. Representing the most powerful magical crest in the world. And at the same time, she is also connected to Akasha. Alaya, that's the word. Which equals, you know, Akashic records, yeah. Monica really scares me? Yes. Monica is very scary. Psychopathy, she turned into yandere after meeting Arthur? Yes. She's a psycho bitch. Because of Arthur, she is the way she is now. And because of Proto-Arthur, that is why she tells children to jump off of a building and take a high dive. It's crazy. It's all sake of love, you see. That was a good explanation. I like it. Hey, thanks. I'm glad you say so. But yeah, essentially, in a weird way, it's a hyperplot convenient to Monica to make her wish come true, because by her becoming a beast, and we kind of capture her like a Pokemon / Pal Man, Pal World shenanigans, this will allow her to permanently reside in Karudia, which will permanently allow her to meet Proto-Arthur, which means that he officially now has a 16-year-old beast, aka threat to humanity, stalker on her trail 24/7. At the same time, there's a lot of lore implementation that might get talked about. So, in a weird way, I have a sneaking suspicion that Sosho is going to be in 2 parts. My theory is that Sosho is going to be in 2 parts. I genuinely think so. Unless Nasu actually cooked up a fucking Chinese duck, like, Peking buffet, I believe there's going to be 2 parts. One part is about Roa. One part's Roa plus Dante. Plus the dumpster, right? Plus the dump. Dump equals waste bin. Waste bin equals your RAM files and whatnot. The second one is it's going to be Monica versus the world, right? It's Monica versus the world. Literally Scott Pilgrim versus the world meme at its finest, because she wants to get Proto Arthur all by himself for the sake of love, right? She is a batshit psycho bitch. She's wild, okay? She would actually do anything to fucking make Proto Arthur live forever, simultaneously do anything he asks for. Are we gonna get Ordeal Call Part 1 then? Yeah. I don't know which one comes first, right? I don't know whether the Monica situation gets solved first or the Roa situation gets solved first. But I have a sneaking suspicion. With this much lore that they're kind of slamming us in, I sincerely believe that there is 2 parts to this Ordeal Call. Because one is going to be about Monica, that's, you know, Beast versus Beast with all the prototype story all of itself. And then after all that's done, probably Roa, aka the shady ass man, will probably be like, well, I tried, right? Like, it was a fun experiment, or it was a good observation to see. Now it's time for me to do my next experiment, and then just kind of come out of buttfuck nowhere after we kill the Beast, right? Or taking care of the Beast once and for all. He would come in to annoy the shit out of us. Nintendo's gonna go for you for lawsuit for FGO for capturing Beast. Oh. Is that so? What's the crime? What's the penalty, Dan? Because when I compared FGO catch of Beast and Pokemon, I saw perpendicular. But anywho's, I hope you guys enjoyed my rambling. If you guys got any questions, remember, you can bust them out tomorrow because we do have a free slot, which means that we'll probably most likely play Yakuza Like a Dragon because I fucking love that game. So we'll probably play Like a Dragon tomorrow, chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys enjoyed my stream and rambling and have more questions to ask that is FGO spoiler worthy of past LB7 and above, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, and don't forget to follow me on Discord. We're trying to get ourselves the 800 subscribers on YouTube. So do help me out, please. Every sub, every like, every spreading of the great words and clips really does help. And don't forget, once you get to the Discord, always hit the ayaya button for me. Sparrow Gang strong. We're trying to get over 350 plus 400 to take over the Discord entirely. But other than that, once again, Dan, thanks for coming in. Power, Yuna, and Mr. Creamy. And with ado, D-Raid, excuse me. Thank you so much for coming in as well. And Beta, Dankeschön. Lord Roku, thank you. And Pyun Lee. I hope you guys had fun. I will see you all later. It's Yakuza time tomorrow. More hobo magic, more pigeon attack. So don't touch that dial. I'll see you soon.